Can God make a rock so big that he couldn't even lift it? Have you ever heard this before? The funny thing is, isn't the question. It's a stupid question, but no, I shouldn't say stupid. It's more of a preteen question. It's more of a junior high type question. But the ridiculous thing is, I've heard Christians answer this, and as an Orthodox Christian, you kind of just have to slap your head and go, "What? This is you have to suppose that God lifts rocks, or that he's some type of being, like a man." And the funny thing is I actually knew somebody who was a Christian who actually thought God the Father had a physical body and wasn't Mormon. I know Mormons believe this, but could God make a rock so big he couldn't lift it? And I know there Christian some Christian responses are just foolish, and other ones would say, well, it's a logic impossibility, like a married bachelor, or a circle or a round square, and it's just stupid. Well, that comes close, and then they go on to say, well, he couldn't do anything outside of his nature. He can't sin, he can't be holy, he can't be unloving. Lane Craig said that. Why even try to answer this? I'm more responding to the answers than the questions. The idea that we even know God's nature, I mean, it's a hidden nature. You can know his attributes, all loving and things like this, but as of who he is, it's kind of strange way we put who he is. We make anthropomorphic. Yeah, it's not really anthropomorphic. It's using our human abilities to describe God, which kind of almost borders on idolatry sometimes. Um, the fact about that you would ask a question like that shows that you're thinking about a Greek god or something like this. That God creates things, and then yeah, his energies come into the universe, into the world, but he's not in the universe. If he's completely outside of the universe, outside of space and time, so God is not big, God is not small, and in essence, God does not exist. You can almost make the point, because he's outside of existence. He stands beyond existence. And it's kind of funny because when you talk about the universe, before, after, and outside are all the same things. I actually ran into a teacher. Well, I didn't really run into him. I took a class with him who had the idea that the void of space was already there, and then the Big Bang was actually just the rocks and stuff that flew out and made the universe, but the dimensions such as space, time, width were already there. No, it's kind of crazy to think that before the Big Bang, space, matter, energy, time were all not there. They weren't. What is outside of the universe? Well, there can be no outside. Yet we know there is outside the universe, and that is before, after, and outside. Because if you're standing, I mean, if you're looking, it's kind of like if you're looking at the Earth from outer space. Where's the front, back, and sides? But imagine you had you were looking at it from every angle. You'd kind of almost have to arbitrarily point to a place, but it wouldn't really be that, because you'd already be. I mean, think if you could look to 360 degrees wrapped around something. So that's why it's kind of funny when they talk about the Big Bang, and before the Big Bang, they speak in theological terms, because we don't have scientific terms. The laws of thermodynamics break down, even because we look at the Big Bang from going back in time. I think 30 seconds after the Big Bang or something like that is when the laws of thermodynamics actually apply. Before it, or I'm not. Oh, not laws of thermodynamics. Laws of the universe don't apply until after. I think they call it T30, T37, maybe. So these questions of can God make a? Is he on Olympus? Is is he sitting there with a big white beard, contemplating? What is his wife? Does he have a wife where he could go down? Did he go down and sleep with a woman and create Hercules? I mean, it's really silly. Uh, Questions like this, the fact that Christians actually try to answer them, or that atheists use them, is, oh, see, this proves God can't exist. Well, no, not in those terms. Well, but we also see that his energies do penetrate into the physical world, and as Christians, the greatest mystery is that he did come into the world, that God the Son became incarnate. The Holy Spirit didn't become incarnate. The Father didn't become incarnate. And this is also the kind of the reason for icons, and the reason why uh, I was actually given an icon that had this white bearded man. It was called All Creation. He was standing at the top, and I buried it because I'm like, this is, I don't know if I want to destroy it because he's got all the images. I went and asked my priest. I said, what am I going to do with it? He said, burn it, chop it off, destroy it. So that's kind of cool because I asked my subdeacon. He's like, I don't know if you want to do that. And the funny thing is, it was given to me by somebody who actually writes icons. This may seem like it's all like not on the same subject. It's actually all identical subject. This is how orthodoxy is. It's kind of super mystical like this. Everything kind of flows. But could God make a rock so big he couldn't lift it? Is a problem for humans. It's not. It's not anything serious. Again, if you're going to go by that logic, then go default on Lane Craig, who says, well, it's like a married bachelor. It's a contradiction in terms. But even that's faulty. I mean, for me to make a video and go through that, I'd have to have more sleep than is in me right now. Peace.